Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and happy second month to everyone. So I'm going to be explaining to you how to knit a headband. A headband is something that is very easy to make and it's a very beautiful stroke gorgeous design. Most times, most ladies, they wear it for outings, they wear it to church, they wear it to different places, and it is a very beautiful design, as I said. So to start with, I'm going to be identifying stitches 70. That is what I use most times. So I'm going to be using my selector to identify them, and I'm dragging them to position D because I'm using a silver machine. Now that I have identified them, I'm still going to use my selector to alternate one by one. So I'm going to be alternating from the second stitch, not the first stitch. So from the second stitch. After I've identified it, I'm going to drag it to position C because I want to cast on. So next thing, I'm going to use my brush to open the clips so that there will be easy passage for my yarn. That is what I am doing at the moment. So after that, I am going to use my comb. I'm going to hang my comb. That is the next step to do. I am going to hang my comb. I'm trying to place my comb very well for easy passage and the neatness of my work. After that, I'm going to drag enough excess wool because I want to cast on now. So what I'm doing at the back, I'm trying to arrange it very well. Then I'm going to cast on from C to B. So I'm trying to place it on the stitches, on the open stitches, then I cast on from C to B. So what I am doing now is I'm doing the first process, which is the casting on process. So I'm dragging it from C to B. That is what I am doing at the moment. So there is a lot of excess wool. I always try to drag enough excess wool for easy passage. So once I am done dragging it to position to position B, the next thing that I'm going to do is to drag the remaining excess wool back using my antenna. So I'm going to drag them back using my antenna. And don't forget, then the next step that I'm going to do is to unhang the comb. After I unhang the comb, I'm going to just take out just two because all the stitches are taking just two. So I'm going to take out just two. Then I use my selector to arrange it very well to make sure it's in position B. After I am done doing that, I am now going to change my tension hub to tension 8. So most times I use tension 8 and I make sure that my row counter is showing 000 because I'm starting a new work. So after that, I'm going to knit. Now if you look closely, you will see how neat and smooth it is because of how I casted on the very first time. So I am going to knit till I get to 100 showing on my row counter. So that is what I am doing now. I am knitting till I get to 100 showing on my row counter. And as I'm knitting, I am also checking my work to be sure it's very neat, to be sure that both sides are also very neat too. I am not seeing enough excess wool. So the beauty of a knitted piece is how beautiful it looks. So if you look closely, you will see how neat both sides are and how clean it is and how neat it is. So I am knitting till I get to 100 showing on my row counter. So this is a close view of my work, of my process, and you can see how neat it looks. So your work has to be very neat. Then once I get to 100, the ones in position A, I drag them to position C using my selector because I want to double. The next step I want to do now is to double. Then I also use my brush to open it, as you can see. Then I want to double, so I'm just using my selector to select them very well. Then this is how I'm going to double. You have to be very careful. Once you are doubling, you have to use your hand to take them inside the comb. Please don't take them outside, if not it will remove and you will have to start from the beginning. So you have to push them inside. So now I'm also doing the fast method. So instead of me to use my transfer tool to transfer both edges, I'm trying to do the fast method. And how am I doing it? I gauge the comb to my stitches. So I'm trying to put them inside. As you can see, I'm trying to place them inside. So after that, you have to cross check your work using your selector using your transfer tool. So most times everything doesn't enter, so I try to use my transfer tool to take them inside, to take them to position D. That is what I am doing. So once I do that, I am going to cross check my work again to be sure all of them is carrying a stitch. So after I am done with that, I am going to use my selector to drag everything, those in position B and the ones in position C. I will drag everything to position D. After I drag everything, I am going to knit 2 times because I want to close it. So the very first one will be very, very hard, but not too hard. But you just have to be very careful. Then I drag it the very first time. Normally I have to drag it 2 times, but this is the very first one. I drag it once, then I drag it twice. Now, as you can see, I have locked it. After I am done with that, I am going to use my selector to drag everything to position D because I want to cast out. Then I slightly drag them to position C because I want to remove the comb. Then I remove the comb gently. After that, I am going to use my I'm going to drag enough excess wool to gauge it 2 times. Then I use my scissors to cut it. Then I use my long needle. So I pass the wool through the long needle because I want to cast out. So this is the very first process of what I do. Then I cast out. As you can see, I'm trying to drag everything. I passed it through the needle, then I'm casting out. This is the casting out process. So most times I love to use my long needle to cast out. So it's going to be stretchy. Now that I have done that, I use my selector and I take all of them back to position A because I am done. So I took it to the dormant position. Now this is the first step on how to arrange your headband. So now I try to place them. So the part where I doubled and casted out, I always put them at the middle. Then I do this for the very first one. So you can see how neat it looks. Now I am going to do the second band, the very small one. And how am I going to do it? I'm going to bring out just stitches 13, 13. Then I alternate it and I do the E-wrap casting on because this is just a very small piece. I am going to do the casting on process. That is, I'm going to do the E-wrap casting on process. That is what I want to do now. And if you want to do the E-wrap casting on process, you always start at the extreme right and you roll it over every stitch. You roll it over every stitch. That is how to do E-wrap casting on. After that, then you drag the remaining excess wool. Then you knit once. After you knit once, you drag it again out. You will do that for like 4 to 6 times. You drag it out, then you knit once. That is the second line. After you knit once, that is what I want to do now. You knit once, you drag it back again using your selector. I guess I did mine 4 times. You drag it out, you knit the 3rd time, then you do the last one. You drag it once, that is the 4th time. Then I use my hanging weight to hold it. Then I'm going to knit 22 times. I am going to knit 22 times because I'm making just a very small piece that I'm going to use to close the main headband. That is what I am doing now. After I've knitted 22 times, I remove my hanging weight. So those in position A, I drag them out to position C. Then I double. And how do I double? I'm going to use my transfer tool to just pick the very first one we casted on. That's the E-wrap part. Take it closely. So now I'm going to pick just the edge using my transfer tool. As you can see, I'm going to do that till I get to the extreme left. I will do that till I get to the extreme left. After I do that, I am going to knit 2 times. So you can look at it closely. I'm picking just the edge. So after I am done, I am going to knit how many times? Just 2 times to lock it. I will knit 2 times to lock it. But before then, I'm going to use my selector to drag everything, those in position B and C. I'll drag everything to position D, then I knit 2 times, 1, 2, and I cast out. Drag enough excess wool, cut it using your scissors, then use your needle, your long needle, then you cast out. You pass it through your needle, then you are going to cast out. Just bring them out to position C, just a little. Yeah, this is how I cast out. So one of the reasons, as I said before, why I love to use my needle to cast out is because I like it when it's stretchy. So that was what I did. So now I want to tack my work. I am passing my wool through the needle, then I tack my work. And how do I tack my work? I always start from the edge inside. I always start from the edge inside because I want to tack it to the front. And because of how neat I want it to look like, that is what I'm doing. So I'm tacking my work, and I started from the one inside. So I'm going to go round. So that is what I am doing at the moment. I am tacking my work. So it is very, very easy to do. To tack your work, it's very, very easy. So that is what I am doing now. So once I am done tacking my work, can you see how neat it looks? It's very, very neat. So the little one that I made, this is how I'm going to roll my work. So you are going to fold it into 2. So you are doing that 4 times to form the shape. Then you put that very small one we knitted at the back, you roll it, round it, then you tack it. So this is the last process on how to tack your work. That is what I am doing now. Then you tack your work to make it very, very neat. That is what I am doing. So this is the last part on how to tack it. So you are going to see the front now. You are going to see how neat it looks and how beautiful and simple it is. So that is what I am doing. Please, whenever you are tacking your work needs to be very, very neat. So the neatness of a piece is what a lot of clients love. Not just the beauty of it, but the neatness of it. So that is what I am doing now. So I am almost done tacking my piece. So you are going to see the beauty, the front. So you will see how beautiful it looks, and you can do different colors. You can make different colors. You can even mix different colors too. So my next video, I'm going to show you how I mixed colors. So this is it. This is the beauty of it now. So once you are done, you are going to use your scissors to tack it. Sorry, you're going to use your scissors to just cut it. Then you tack it. The last part. That is what I just did now. Then I will cut the final process. So I want to show you the beauty of it now by turning it. So this is the back part. So can you see how beautiful it looks? So this is your headband. It's a very, very gorgeous design. Can you see how neat it looks? Can you see the beauty of it? So beautiful and very, very nice. This is also the back part. So you can also see how neat the back part is too. So this is it. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm sure this video has really helped you, and you can make different designs. You can even make a tuck stitch design. You can also make a punch card design. Thank you.